Welcome back to Lumify. In this one, we're going to talk about how you can send an auto reply to someone after they've filled out your contact form or lead generation form in Lumify. There's actually three ways that you can do this. You can either do it directly within the contact form. You can choose a notification template to go out automatically, or you can set up an automation that'll listen for your contact form submission event, or a third option is you can set up a task workflow to automatically send emails on a specific date. So the first option is probably going to be the easiest option for most folks, where it'll automatically send an autoresponder to the potential client immediately after they submit the contact form. So let's jump right into that. All right, so here we are in a contact form. Now, this is just the basic contact form that you get out of the box with Lumify. Obviously, you would customize this for your branding to match your brand theme and colors and logo and all of that. You can even add custom text and relabel some of these form fields. That's not what this video is about. What we're going to talk about today is sending an auto response to your prospective clients after they fill out this form. The way that we do that is we go into the notification section and you can turn on Send Automatic Response Email. Now, once that's enabled, you can choose any one of these. Let me move this out of the way. You can choose any one of these templates to send to your prospective client. Now, obviously, you're not going to send your prospective client invited contact invoice sent. What you want is a custom notification template. So let's go ahead and go build one of those. Over here on the left side of Lumify, you'll see a section under Administrator for notification templates. Go ahead and click that. And you can create a template right here. You can create a brand new template. So let's say autoresponder, thanks for contacting us. Something like that. And we can add in a subject line that says, thanks for contacting us. And we can edit the basic template here. So we can say, hi, contact name, first name. We appreciate you contacting us. We'll be in touch soon. Now, obviously, your template is going to be a lot more robust. You're going to have a lot more details. Maybe you want to have a link to your Calendly, or you want to have, your pricing or your different add-ons that you might offer. You can choose whatever you want here. You can even match it to your branded emails. You can have a full email template. And we'll cover that in another video. But effectively, you can do whatever you want here. So once you're happy with this, once you're satisfied, you can hit save, and that'll save the template. You can even preview it if you want to just see what this looks like. You can hit this preview button here. But now that we're happy with that, let's go back into our contact forms. Back into that. And let's go ahead and take a look at our notifications. We're going to hit Send Automatic Response Email. And move this guy over again. And we're going to hit Autoresponder, thanks for contacting us. And it's as easy as that. So we just hit Save and Publish. Now, anytime someone fills out your contact form, you can say test client, test. Well, let's do lumifylabs.com. Cool. Test event. Put some dummy data in there and hit submit. Client will see their got it message. And what they'll also see is an email that says thanks for contacting. And let's go take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so this is what it would look like when your client gets this autoresponder. It uses the content of your email template and it goes directly to your test client. It's as easy as that. Now, let's say you want a little bit more control over how soon the client receives this autoresponder. Maybe you don't want it to be an immediate response. Maybe you want to wait an hour or two, maybe even just 10 minutes to make it seem like a human is actually responding to their inquiry. Now, there's a couple ways that you can do this. You can either do it through automations or you can do it through the task workflows. the first thing that we're going to look at here is automation. All right, so here we are in a brand new automation. Let's go ahead and relabel this to be autoresponder contact form, something like that. Let's just make sure we save that. Now, we've done this before, and if you're new to automations, I recommend you check out our intro to automations video. But we've done this before in other videos. And so the first thing that we'll want to do is set up a trigger. And so what we can do is we can go down to the events and we can select event created. Now, the reason that we're going to do event created is because whenever a contact form is submitted, an event is created. Now, you don't want this email to go out every time you create an event because you might manually create events. So here's how we can fix that. You can add a condition, and the condition is going to be where event.meta.source, that's a special meta field, is equal to contact form. And so what that tells Lumify when it runs this automation is to only run these actions when an event is created that also has the meta source contact form. And that gets appended automatically when someone submits a contact form. So next, what we want to do is go to add actions. We're going to add an action called send an email. And we're going to send the email to the event. And for the input, we're going to use the trigger data, which is an event. Now, at this point, there wouldn't be any other contacts on the event, theoretically, right? But if you wanted to just be safe, you can add a condition here and say where relation, where contact type label is equal to client. And that way, this email will only go to client. Now, it's the same thing here. You can say thanks for contacting and same thing, thanks for contacting, right? You can put the same content from your email template in here. Now, the benefit of doing an automation is you can put this action into a delay. So you can go in here under logical actions. You can put a delay on this, and you can say, after the event is created, wait 1 hour, for example. And then you can go in and send your email to the event, trigger data. We're going to add a condition where relationship, contact type, label is equal to client. All right. I'm actually going to delete this first one that we created here, just so that we can test out what this delay does. Let's save here. And if we hit run now, what we'll see in the automation log, and we'll actually see that the conditions were not passed. So the event that was passed as test data did not have the event meta source equal to contact form. So just for testing purposes, I'm going to delete that. But in reality, you should keep that just so that these actions are only run when the source is equal to contact form. So, but for testing, let's just go ahead and delete that. Save. Now, if I run this again, we're going to see that delay has run, successfully ran delay 1. And we're going to see that this send an email to event contacts has not run. We're waiting to send that because what we have is a delay. We're waiting 1 hour to send that. So if we check the automation log for the most recent automation run, we'll see that the conditions passed were true, that we received an event, and that we did not send an email. For reference, when you send an email, you'll see what the sent email is in your automation run. So in this case, the automation has not run. And in fact, up here, what you'll see is we have delay 1. It has an action, and it's going to be ready at basically 1 hour. Perfect. So that's using automations. Now, this is a little bit more complicated, but it does offer a lot of flexibility. You can invite the contact. You can say when the event is created, you can also send the client a portal invite, right? Or you can add a tag to the contact after you sync them to MailChimp. You can do a lot of really interesting things here. You can make API calls. Under general actions, you can make an API call if you're a more advanced, more technical person. Really powerful, but it's not for everyone. So what you might be interested in is how you can use our new task workflows features to send emails after someone has contacted you using your contact form. Now, here's how you can do that. Out of the box, when you sign up with Lumify, you get a default task workflow. And we're going to be using that for the purposes of this video, just to save time. You'll see in the out-of-the-box task workflow that it comes with a send thanks for contacting us email. Let's go ahead and edit that action. And we'll see that the due date for this email is 0 days after status change to current. And what that means is when this event is created, this task is going to become due. And how that helps us here is we can actually automate this task to run or this email to send automatically on this due date. So we can say send automatically on due date. Now this gives us some flexibility because we can do the same thing. We could say 1 hour after status change to current, which is really powerful. And we get a ton of different sort of events here. So we can say after the event is created, that would also work. We get before event date. So we can send an email 10 days before the event date. We can send the email 1 hour after their invoice is paid. Basically, you can choose when these tasks are due and if or when they run automatically. Now, just like in the other options that we had, the automations or in the notification template, we can define what that message looks like. Great. Let's go ahead and save that. And so now anytime, let's make sure that we save it here as well. So anytime now that an event is created with this task workflow, this email will get sent. So there's 3 different ways that you can send an autoresponder to your clients after they fill out your lead generation form. If you're not already a community member, I highly encourage you to sign up for our community. That's community.lumifylabs.com. And it'll be linked down in the description below. Highly encourage you to join it, where you can find examples. You'll find different types of task workflows, automations, notification templates, all sorts of examples that you can use and take other people's hard work and put them into your business to start earning you some more money. I'll see you in the next one.